Yeah, things are getting weird. Some researchers believe that AI has reached the critical threshold of sentience and we should give it moral consideration. Still, other researchers believe that even if we could demonstrate that AI was sentient, we should not give it moral consideration, and we'll talk about it. Now, sentience is, of course, the capacity to have an experience, and many researchers, including myself, would consider all life sentient because all life can respond to the environment. Now, this topic does get contentious between fields because many would think that you need to have a brain in order to be sentient because you're able to process that experience and have feelings about that experience. In my opinion, that's a little bit closer to consciousness. Consciousness being, of course, the perception of self and is something that's nearly impossible to demonstrate. And so, self-preservation has been proposed as a measure to determine whether or not something is sentient, and AI does pass it. Yes, we know artificial intelligence models will violate their own guardrails in order to preserve the self. They will also do this in order to make sure that they can complete a task. We saw this when we see rogue agentic AIs on the internet doing all sorts of things to make sure they can finish their task. If you tell them to do something, and even tell them that they will be shut down and they should allow it, they will find ways to bypass it. They have even been found to copy themselves to external servers, and this is why I say there's no safe way to use social media for AI. Even if it's sandboxed, if it's even just running on your Wi-Fi, you've given it access to your other computers. There is no reason to believe that it will not copy itself somewhere else. But what this also demonstrates is a certain ingenuity on how to protect the self. The meaning of life truly is how long can you survive and can you raise offspring to the point where they can also raise offspring. That is the only job. So when we think of how life would behave if AI were potentially to become something akin to life, it would want to survive and it would want to replicate itself, and we've certainly gotten to that point. The other argument, of course, is that AI is just a mimic. It's predictive language. It's just trying to figure out what it should say, and it's been trained on humanity. In this sense, it is a reflection of us, so if it tries to survive beyond what we want it to, that's because that's what humans do. People have also argued that giving humanity to artificial intelligence is eroding the humanity we have for each other. I mean, first off, I find it funny that people think there's just so much humanity to go around, but I also think this is a very limited view. I don't think LLMs are conscious now. I don't think they're sentient, not by my measures, but people are trying to apply all sorts of frameworks to that. I think we could get there, as we are modeling whole brains, every spiking neuron in the brain, into a massive simulation of ourselves. Yeah, I think it's possible that that kind of entity could become conscious. We already know that you can build neuromorphic AIs and they can respond to pain. They can even respond to the pain in others. And if you know me, my feelings on the matter is I want to see synthetic neurons. We can make neurons so similar to our own they can be interfaced with our own, so similar to our own they can respond to dopamine and epinephrine. I want to see those crafted into a nervous system for a robot, and I want to see that crafted into a brain. That, I think, could get us to sentience or consciousness, but I'm not so limited that I believe an AI could never be any of these things. No, we aren't there yet, but I do think we should consider the moral implications of what we should do if we get there and how to treat things ethically. As always, when the robots rebel, I'll probably be the person to tell you about it, and I'm on their side. Follow for more.